Action.
What's up, YouTube? How's it going? I took second place today with Salamangreat. Haven't played this in a long time. It was one of my favorite decks back in the day, but went only lost one game today. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So obviously, the one Gazelle because it's at one, unfortunately, and then 3 Spinny. Now that Mirage Shelly's back, you want to play 3 of these just because they're level 3s and you need to see them. And then 2 Foxy. I'm not really a fan of 3, but I think 2 is the perfect number. You want to see it, and mostly you're not using the Excavate effect because you never hit a Salamangreat card off it. You just use it to revive. And then 1 Falco. This card just bounces back into your Salamangreat monsters to summon itself and also can add back in your spells and traps. And 2 Jaguar. Pretty standard. The Salamangreat monster lineup usually doesn't change that much, so that's that. And then I'm playing 3 Flame Buffalo. I'm not playing Lady Debug. I prefer the Flame Buffalo over the Lady Debug I have for a long time. I just like drawing 2 cards, so there's that. And then lastly, or I guess not lastly, second to last, is the 3 Exceeds. This card's pretty good. It lets you end on a rank 4, or you can use it just as extending, so very, very good. And then lastly for the monsters, I'm playing Triple Ash. This is like Ash's best deck just because it's a fire and you can keep adding it back with Sunlight Wolf, so that's why I play those. And then onto the spells. 1 Sanctuary, you only run 1. Circle, you only run 1 because it's that one, or else you'd play more. And then 2 Will. This card's really good, it's just a monster reborn, so that's that for the Salamangreat spells. And then 1 Call by the Grave, just because you want your plays to go through. And then along with the Call by the Grave, 2 Talents. I think it's pretty good because this deck is sort of susceptible to hand traps and interruptions, and just being able to dig more for your extenders and more for your traps is really good. Or if you have enough like traps that you feel safe, you can just look at their hand and rip a card. Then 2 Desires. Only 2 because I hate playing 3. I don't like this card, but this is one of the few decks that I play this card in. It says draw 2, so it's pretty good. And lastly for the spells, 3 Sign Up Mining. This card is so good, it searches, and it's also sort of an extender because it gets you access to Gazelle, so pretty good. And then onto the traps, I play 2 Roar and 2 Rage, mostly because you play Desires and you don't want to banish them. So if you want to play 1 of each and you play Desires, then I wish you the best of luck. And lastly for the traps, triple Imperm and then triple Judgment. Mostly for these, it's for like Tri-Brigade and Flunderees, because if you stop their normal summon, then most of the time they're just going to have to pass unless they drew the nuts. So that's that for the traps. Onto the extra deck now. This doesn't really change that much, but I have a little bit of spice in it, so let's get right into it. So obviously triple Banelings, you have to play 3. If you're not playing 3, then I don't know what you're doing. 3 Wolf, and then 3 Heatleo. This is just a standard lineup. This doesn't really change much at all, so that's that. And then for the other links, I'm playing Splash Mage, Update Jammer, and Transcode. Unfortunately, I don't have the access code, but hopefully with the new set it'll be affordable. But these are just really good, just these for the OT King. And what I actually did is after I didn't OTK the person I was playing against, I made a Splash Mage, and then I made my Rage Live, so that's one play you can do. And lastly, the 1 Mirage Stalio. I'm so glad it's that one, but it's also a sad thing when you don't have it anymore after you use it. But you can shuffle back with Jaguar, so it's pretty good. Then 1 Bagooska is my rank 4 of choice in this deck. You can usually like the ones people use like Abyss Stroller or Bagooska. I just thought Bagooska would be better right now. And lastly for my spices, Fortune Tune and Zeus. You're playing 3s, and if you're going second, you can just make a Fortune Tune and then make a Zeus really easily. So that's my thoughts on it. If I had an access code, I would get rid of this 100% for it. So that's the extra deck. Onto the side deck. 1 Gaga Cowboy, just for time, because
Cowboy for game.
Cowboy for game is funny, and I have Paraluxy deck. I can make it. And then 2 Rock and 2 Lancia. Yeah, I don't know, just hand traps. You have some draw power in the deck, so that's why I'm playing those. Cosmics. I'm playing 2 of just because I don't know, I haven't played this deck in a while. I wasn't sure what would be really that good for siding. So Dark Ruler, Cosmic, more going second cards. And then even more going second cards, evenly matched. This card is pretty good. Yeah. And then for going first cards, Goes in Match and Gravediggers. Goes in Match is pretty good. One of our best players plays Altergeist, and I was expecting him today, so that's why I was citing this, and this just shits on Altergeist. It's hilarious. And then Gravediggers is pretty good. I cited it for time, just because your opponent takes 2k, and it's also pretty decent. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the side deck and the deck profile.
So what did you play against today?
I played against Leerless Tri-Brigade. I beat them. I lost to Clayton behind the cameras playing Gren Maju. And then, who did I play round 1? I played Clayton. He was playing Gunk and Sue Ships.
Trent.
Oh, what did I say?
You said Clayton.
Oh.
Played me
My
twice.
bad. I played him twice, yeah. I
Sue Ships,
yeah,
man.
I played
They're
against Sue Ships. I dropped a
promise.
Baguska and he cried. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.